Okay, phonics today is lesson 52, and looks like with this lesson there is only one new thing from new material. So, as I was reading through your letters to Santa, some of you need to make sure that you're thinking about what we learn and talk about in phonics and carry that over into your writing every day. Okay? So, with that being said, let's read through some sounds. Everybody sitting up straight and tall. Shh. And what is right in front of CK at the end of a word, everybody? Short vowels. I. Two sounds. Ooh. Or. W. Thank you, Connor. Oh, where's this usually at? In the middle of a word. Ear. O. A. At the end of a short word. Two sounds. Oi at the end of a short word. E in the middle of a word. You. Or do I have the words on my face? Are they on my forehead? Or not the words, but the sounds? Where are the sounds located? On the board. So do you need to be looking at the board so that you can read these sounds? Yeah. That would be great, friends. A. Qu. A. E. I. O. U. I. Why do all of those say their own long vowel sound? Lucas? What kind of E is that? It's a silent E, yes. And that silent E makes that vowel that's in front of that consonant say its own name. R. All. Oi. In the middle of a word. Two sounds. Ow. O. J. At the end of a word. Yes, there's a short vowel in front of the D-G-E, J sound. Ah. A. Where's this at? In the middle of a word. Ch.
At the end of a word.
What's right in front of it? A short vowel. Okay, before we start this, what do our short vowels say? What does short A say? Short E? Short I? Short O? Short U? Okay. Alright, let's write down some sounds. First sound, ear. What's the sound?
Ear.
I need to hear you say the sounds. First sound is ear.
Ear.
Next sound. Ow, like in the word cow, but just the sound. Ow. What's the sound?
Ow.
Our next sound is the long I sound at the end of a word. Long I at the end of a word. This next one has 3 answers. J. 3 ways. J. Long O at the end of a word. Long O at the end of a word. So what's it going to say? O. What's the first choice for putting the long O sound at the end of a word?
2.
Our first choice. There's one that is going to be there more than another one. Okay, our last one for the sounds. Long A in the middle of a word. Long A in the middle of a word. There's 2 here. Okay, let's go over these. So the first sound was ear. That's hard to see. Hold on. Ear. Ow, like in cow.
O-W.
Long I at the end of a word. It's Y. 3 ways. J. What's one of those ways, Natalia? D-G-E. What is another way, Lucas? J. And the final way, Raylan? G. All right, then first choice for long O at the end of a word. What does the long O say, everybody? O, right? This is the first choice for long O at the end of a word. All right, then 2 on this next one, long A in the middle of a word. Connor.
A consonant E.
Yes, A consonant and then that silent E, because that A is in the middle of that word. What other sounds have we learned in the middle of a word? A, I, yes.
And O-D-A.
I can't hear you. Oh, okay. All right. Let's read some words.
Ben.
Ben, sight word, right? Has the red strip across it, so we know that this is a sight word. Would. Come. Some. Give. Have. Again. Says. Could. Want. Any. Live. Should. Very. Against. What do all these words have in common? Connor?
AI.
And what does AI in the middle of a word say, everybody? A. Let's read through these. Braid, faith, flare, saint, snail, drain, rain, frail. This word means that it could be broken easily. Lucas? Frail. Some people say that this word could mean to have like a lot of pizzazz to it, a lot of flashiness. Natalia? Flair, yes. This word means like what you believe in. Connor?
Faith.
Faith, yes. This is a way of like twisting the hair. Raylan? Braid. This is a person that always does great things. A lot of times they're caught doing the right things. What is that person? Haley? Saint. Okay. What do we notice about these words, everybody? AI. And again, what does AI say in the middle of a word? A. Let's read through these A words. Trail, tail, waiting, mane, grain, quail, mermaid, trailer. This A word is a type of bird. Lucas? Quail, yes. Does everybody know what all the other ones are? Probably. Okay. All right, more AI words. Let's read through these. Faint, painter, brain, train, pale, railroad, maintain, repair. This word means to keep everything the same, doesn't really change. You just keep going along with how things are. Connor? Maintain, yes. This word means like if somebody passes out, they're unconscious. Natalia? Faint. This word is a synonym, which means it's the same as like a bucket. Haley? Pale, yes. All right. What do you notice about these words? What kind of words are they, Lucas? They are compound words because it's two words put together to make one word, right? Let's read these compound words. Everybody sitting up straight and tall. Sunset, subway, hot rod, webcam, dustpan, Batman, corn cob, eggshell. Are these compound words? Yes, let's read through these. Suntan, pig pen, cannot, popcorn, hot dog, baseball, lipstick, dishpan. More compound words. Hubcap. Oh, the word is hubcap. What's the word? Backstop, forgot, sandman, windmill, freshman, softball, armpit. All right, read those sentences to yourself. Okay, we're really going to focus on reading these smoothly and fluently. Let's read this first one together. If you need to point to the words as you read it, that might be good. Here we go. We had a smooth ride in the airplane. Okay, we don't want to read it like we sound like we're a robot, right? Let's read it one more time. We had a smooth ride in the airplane. Let's look at this next one. Look before you cross the railroad tracks. One more time. Look before you cross the railroad tracks. Read through those on your own. Okay, let's read them together. Wait for the paint to dry before you sit there. Let's read this next one. Chain the skiff to the boat dock.
What's a skiff?
I think it's a type of boat, like a flotation device. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's write some words. Our first word is nearby.
Nearby.
Stain. Like you have a stain on your shirt. Think about those sounds that we've been talking about, friends. Apply those that we've learned to your writing. Nice.
Nice.
Again.
Again.
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
What's the word?
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. Crow.
Crow.
Hail.
Hail.
Like the hail that falls out of the sky. Hail. Lunge.
Lunge.
Like when you lunge with your legs. Against.
Against.
Soaking.
Soaking.
All right, let's go over those.
Nearby.
First word was nearby. Compound word. So n, ear. What about the by?
B-Y.
Why is it a Y?
Because English words don't end in I.
Okay. And the I at the end of a short word ends with Y. Okay, our next word was stain. St.
S-T.
What about the A?
A-I.
N.
N.
All right, after stain we had nice. N.
N-I.
What about the ice part though?
I-C-E.
I-C-E, that vowel consonant silent E.
All you do is you put an N on ice.
True. All right, sight word. Again, it's just one that you have to know how to spell correctly. And then our next word was jigsaw, which is a compound word, so I'm going to break that up. Jig, j, 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 I, g.
I-E-G-E.
How about the sauce?
S-A-W.
A-W.
All right. I'm going to come over here. Our next word was crow. Cr.
C-R.
What about the O at the end of a word?
O-W.
O-W. Hail. H.
H.
A in the middle of a word.
A-I-L.
A-I and then O.
L.
L. Lunge. L.
L.
A.
U.
N.
N.
J.
G.
G.
E.
E. Because if we don't have the E there, it says lung. Sight word. Against. Think about the word again and then just add st to it. The next word we had was soaking. What about the O in soaking?
A.
O-A.
K-I-N-G.
Very good. All right, let's do one sentence. Draw the lines for the bases.
Draw the lines for the bases.
Okay. Okay, let's go over that sentence. Draw, draw.
E-R.
What do I have to do to my first word in a sentence, everybody?
Capitalize.
Okay. So draw, A,
A-R.
A-W.
A-W.
What's next? The lines. Ooh. What about the ein?
I-N.
I-N-E.
S-E-E.
And then so it needs to be plural lines for the bases. So let's think of base first. Should I make sure that my B is really a B? What about the ace part in base? Nope. A-S-E. And then it actually says bases. Draw the lines for the bases. What kind of punctuation does it need? A period. Oops, got an extra mark there.
You can do an exclamation mark.
You could, but it's just more of a statement. All right. So our new material. IR together says like in shirt. Okay. This is one of 3 ways. There's 3 different ways to spell the sound. Have we talked about one of them already?
Yeah.
What's one that we've already talked about?
E-R.
ER. So now we've talked about IR too. Okay. This can be in the middle of a word, like in shirt or third. But this can be confusing because there's really no rule that helps us decide if it's the ER or the IR. Words with ER in the middle of them will not be used yet. For right now, friends, if it's in the middle of a word, as of right now, it's always going to be IR until I let you know that that might change. Okay? So if I said dirt, what's the spelling in the middle of dirt?
I-R.
Okay. Let's read through some of those words. Bird, girl, first, thirst, dirt, shirt, birth, third. Let's practice a couple of those. Since we're in 3rd grade, let's write the word third. Next, let's write the word girl. What word?
Girl.
Our next word is going to be twirl.
Twirl.
Okay, then let's go over those. What was the first one I gave you?
Third.
Oh, like in 3rd grade. Okay, so what is the TH? IR in the middle of a word. Right now we're practicing the IR. D.
D.
Should I make sure that that's really a D and not a B? Okay, our second word was girl. G.
G.
I.
L.
And the third word I gave you was twirl. Twa.
T-W.
I.
I-R.
All right. Go ahead and erase your boards. Get out your phonics packet. And we are looking at the lesson 52 worksheet. Lesson 52. Go ahead and tear that out of your packet and put your name on the lesson 52 page. And then you can put your packet back in your folder so that you have it for tomorrow. Again, don't forget your name. Make sure that you tore out lesson 52. It says choose vowel sounds to complete the words. Write the sentences. Guess what we're not doing?
Writing the sentence.
So go ahead and cross out write the sentences. We are just going to fill in the vowel sounds that make the words correct. Okay, so if we look over here at these three vowel sounds, we have R, or. She's not here.
She's not here. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so would I say the bard? Does bard make a word?
No.
Does bird make a word?
Yes.
Or does board make a word? That board wouldn't be spelled correctly. So what makes the correct word? What do we need to put in this space then? Okay. The bird ate the carn or kern or corn. Okay. So are you going to have to maybe say some of those out loud to hear if it even sounds right? Okay, so the first 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are using the R, or sounds. The next 2 use R, the ER, or sounds. Now, remember, what did we talk about for in the middle of a word for the time being? What is it? I can't hear you. We're using IR in the middle of the words for the time being. Okay? If it's at the end of a word, it's probably going to be ER. All right? Let's look at this next one. The the starm, the sturm, the storm. Which one sounds right? Storm. So what are we going to put in the blank space there? OR. The storm made branches fall in the yard, right? We can automatically figure that one out without having to sound each one of those out. All right, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Any questions? Yes.
Like on like number 2, if you do like 8R, it won't like make sense.
Hmm?
If you do 8R, IR, OR, on that one it won't.
Oh, cross out there are right here. He honks the cross out there are. They shouldn't have put that there. Everybody see that on your paper?
Yeah. Because if you
Thank you, Lucas. I hadn't
Because
noticed
thought
that.
I thought I was just gonna be put in the A or
Yeah, then it would be
I.
spelled wrong, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If we would have add the doubles. Okay, if you have no questions, then go ahead and work on your own. Once you finish those of you here in the classroom, did we sign back into our Chromebooks?
No.
Okay, if you haven't signed back into your Chromebook, I'm gonna have you do that. But when you're finished with this, other people might still be working. Let's go to typing.com for a couple minutes.